Hi, and welcome to your University for Business Success. I'm Rebel Brown, the Dean of the University, and thanks to the folks at Better World, I'm sharing my tips and techniques for business growth, proven in my work in over 2 decades with business leaders just like you, helping you to find your best path for business success. Now, in our first lesson, we discussed a simple business formula that will power your success. Today, I want to talk about the principles of a successful business flight. Now, why did I choose flight as an analogy for business? Well, everything in our world is changing. We all know that. Thanks to the new economy, thanks to the internet, thanks to real-time information, everything in our world adjusted, and it's moving faster and faster. New competitors come and go, new products come and go, new buyers come and go. Consequently, using our past to determine our future is no longer a strategy for business success. And that's why flight is such a great analogy. Pilots don't just stick to the flight plan regardless. They adapt their flight plan in order to create the most successful flight possible. And they adapt based on what's happening today and what's coming at them in the future, not what happened 100 miles ago. That's a principle that we can apply to our businesses to create business success. Let's take a look at that in more detail, okay? So let's talk a little bit more about the principles of flight and how they apply to your business. So first of all, I already mentioned that pilots can give us lessons as leaders of our businesses and our world. Number one is they focus forward. They don't focus in the past. The opportunities and challenges are in front of us, not behind us. Now, the other thing that pilots do is they are constantly looking for more momentum to go forward and more lift. So they're looking around, and if they see an opportunity to get better lift, they'll they'll change their flight plan. If they see a storm approaching them, they'll shift their plan in order to avoid it. If they're in a fierce headwind and they see a tailwind at a different altitude, they will shift. That's the ultimate point about flight. It's dynamic. It's in the moment. It's looking today and in the future, in this moment and in the future, not looking at what happened in the past. And that is one of the keys to business success. We have to be dynamic, especially in today's markets. We need to learn how to change our plan, respond to changes in our environment, and constantly tune our plans rather than following the same plan no matter what. Now, let's talk a little bit first about some very simple principles of flight. The first principle is that when lift and thrust overcome weight and drag, you fly. You soar. Now, that's a really simple principle. Now, let's talk about it. Thrust is what moves us forward. It gives us forward momentum. And drag is all the stuff that catches against the wind, etc. And that holds us back. It counters thrust. Lift is what helps us rise and soar. And weight is what counters lift and drags us down. Drag and weight together create a form of gravity that holds us back in flight. We can apply this model of thrust and drag, lift and weight to our businesses. And here's how we do that. So in the principles of business flight, first of all, thrust is provided by your business value. That's right, your forward momentum is provided by the value that you give to your buyers. Now, drag happens when our markets move on and we stay stuck in the legacy beliefs about our value. We hang on to value that is no longer that valuable and think it's the bee's knees. We think it's the best thing ever. And that's how we create drag for our businesses. Now, lift is market opportunity. When we find a great market opportunity that's growing, that wants our value, we get a lot of lift. However, when we hang on to our legacy beliefs, our legends, our gravity about our market, whether it's about our best buyers, where we're going, where we're the best, our competitors, how we work in the market, etc., we create weight. And weight counters that lift because we're in the wrong market. So when we have weight from looking at the wrong markets, our wrong values and beliefs about our market, and we have drag because we're focused on the wrong value, that's how we create gravity in our businesses, and that's why we're not successful. Remember, distinct value plus the right opportunity equals business success. So, the challenge over and over again is that our past successes become gravity. And that's also true for our failures. They become gravity as well. For example, if we were successful in a certain market selling a certain way a year ago, and now we're not so successful anymore, guess what? That past success no longer applies today. The value has shifted in the market itself and its demands have shifted, and we're still selling old value in an old way, even though it was successful before, and now it's creating gravity. Now, the same thing can happen with failures. We try to enter a market or we try to sell based on a value and it doesn't work. So we say, oh, well, that doesn't work. I won't do it anymore. Well, guess what? Today, that attempt that we made a year ago that failed, the way we did it a year ago may be just what the market is asking for today. And we don't try because we believe that because we failed that one time, we can never try that again. My point is that business success requires you to think dynamically about your value, about your markets, about your business itself, and about how you do things and what you believe. So now let's take a little look at the difference between business thrust and business drag. Business thrust is created by truly distinct value. Value that your buyers are compelled to buy to either solve a problem or make their life better or do something better and give them advantage. Now, value is in the eyes of the beholder, and the only beholder that matters is your buyer. So when you have true value, that means your buyers want it, they recognize that it's important, and they're compelled to buy it. That's how you create thrust. Now, value it can come from your company, it can come from your products or services, it can come from how your market talks about you and thinks about you. And we're going to talk a lot about value in Lesson 5 and how you can find your own. Now, business drag is created when we have value legacies. Maybe it's a product legend about how valuable a certain feature of a product is and yet nobody cares anymore. Maybe it's a legend about our business and who we are and what people think of us, and it's not true anymore. It usually happens when we're relying on dated information or we're relying on our own personal beliefs and we haven't worked with the keepers of our truth. Now, our markets. Now, value in search of a market will create drag because you can have the best value in the world, but if nobody wants to buy it, it's not valuable. So we always want to make sure that we remain in sync with our buyer and our market realities in order to create value and not create drag. Now let's look a little bit at lift and weight. Business lift comes from the best markets we have today and looking into the future. And by the way, defining the best markets doesn't necessarily just mean the one with the biggest revenue line. Profitability and growth opportunities are also very important. Too often we look at a market and go, oh, it's growing like crazy, I'm going to go get into it. And then we find out once we get into it, it is growing like crazy, but nobody's making any money. That's not a good opportunity for lift. We have to look beyond just the revenue at the actual profitability and the growth stream. We have to look beyond our current buyers for new opportunities. And by the way, big opportunities aren't necessarily better. You really have to look at your value associated with that opportunity, with who else is involved in that opportunity competitive-wise, and whether it's profitable. So the best markets are when we can create leverage. And by leverage, I mean our current value sells really well in that market. The successes we have give us credibility in that market. Our current expertise plays perfectly into that market, and we set up with those markets an opportunity for other markets for tomorrow because other markets listen to the buyers that we're targeting today. So that's a little bit about lift. Now, weight comes, we get heavy, when we hold on to old market beliefs. For example, about our buyers, who they are, what they buy, how they buy, and why they buy. We get stuck in weight when we follow our competitors because nothing we do that follows somebody else will make us a leader. By nature, we're following. We also create weight when we just keep doing things the way we've always done them in our business and we don't question our processes or the way we do things.
That creates weight. Now, we'll also create weight when we enter markets that have little leverage. They're out of sync with what we have as value today. They're out of sync with where we're successful and what we can leverage. They require some big investment in a left turn, or they're one-off opportunities that do nothing for us in the future. Those markets will create weight, and we want to stay away from those markets. So here are your exercises for Lesson 2, Principles of Business Flight. First, I want to ask you a question, and you ask yourself these questions. Are your past beliefs and habits defining your future? So from Lesson 1, take your beliefs and plot them on the flight map. Thrust and drag, lift and weight. Now plot your buyer's beliefs on the same flight map. Okay, so put your buyers, what they believe about you in that. Now look at the differences between what your buyers believe and what you believe. There's your drag and your weight. Now, where do you find gravity? Find 3 beliefs that you see that are old, e.g. your buyers think differently than you do, and note them. Note them and think about them for Lesson 3, which is all about how to find your gravity and defy it. Now I want to ask you another question. When's the last time you took a really hard look at what's working in your business and what isn't working as it relates to your value and your markets, right? So I want you to write down your 3 strongest beliefs, the things you know that are true about your business value and your markets, and we're also going to use those in Lesson 3.
It's pretty clear that the way we've always done it is the reason for the mess we're in. And if you're not in a mess yet, you will be if you keep relying on your past to determine your future. Successful people consciously and continuously adapt to meet and match and get ahead of the changes in their markets and their buyers. They constantly defy gravity, shifting their thinking from gravity to growth. In the next lesson, we will talk about how you can define your gravity and soar. Thanks much.